Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Mizzy69, and we are back with update 4.11. Um, I was supposed to be bringing out a 121B video today, but I wasn't quite aware that we was going to have access to this so soon. But we have got access to the open test server on the Russian server of 4.11. So there is a few changes in this, a few buffs, and as you can see, a map change. So this is Vineyards, and it has been given daylight. It's been given daylight. The old one has been removed, and the cap changes. They've changed the caps on this, so you can see B now. It's hid behind these buildings where before you could only hide behind that drum thing, but now you can hide in between those houses while you're capping it. So we move over to cap A, and I'm assuming it will be pretty much the same as cap B, because these two caps, or all three of these caps on this map, were quite hard to cap. There wasn't really no enclosed areas, same as this map. You could only really hide behind this bush. So now you have got this this building that you can hide behind. Now the map pretty much stays the same as it was the evening version of it. The terrain resistance has been modified, so there is slightly different terrain. And the cap bases on supremacy have been moved. So in counter mode, the cap stays the same, but supremacy, as you see here, C cap used to be here, used to be right in front of this building, but it's just been put back just a tiny bit. I'm not sure why it's been put back. Maybe so it's harder to spot while you're in this position capping. I'm not so sure, but that is that. On the screen now we have the AMX 1390, which is one of the changes. So the aiming time has gone from 3.4 and it's gone to 3.2. So looking at this tank on the test server, that's pretty much the only change I can see on the AMX 1390, which is the tier 8 French light tank. Only a little buff, but I'll take that. I am currently on that tank, so a buff is more than welcome. Next up is this German Bulldog. One of my, well, it is my favourite premium tank. That has also got a little buff. So the aiming time has gone from 3.1 to 2.9, and the dispersion 0.344 to 0.317. Little buff. I'm not sure it needed it, but I'll take it. It's my favourite premium tank. Next up we have the T49. It has got a change on the 90mm gun. The aim time has gone from 3.6 to 2.9. Dispersion 0.335 to 0.317. Now this is the 90mm gun, the T132E4. Little buff on it, but no one really uses that on the T49. If you're not using the T49 with the 152 gun, you're using it wrong. And that's just like using the SU-152 without the 152, or the KV-2 without the 152. It just doesn't happen, and you shouldn't be doing it. So next up, much needed buff is this WZ-120. So the rate of fire has gone from 5.94 to 6.48, and that is pretty much the only change I can see. So half around a minute buff for this tank. Will it be enough? I'm not so sure. Maybe it needed just a little bit more, but we will soon see when this goes live. So next up we have the E50M. Now for me this is the biggest change in this update. So rate of fire has gone from 8.12 to 9.14, pretty much a whole round per minute. Your view range has gone from 2.92 to 3.02. Dispersion 0.281 to 0.272. Aim time 3.4 to 3.0. So a massive buff there for the E50 on quite a few. The rate of fire, aim time, dispersion, view range. It's pretty much got the lot in this update. And also in the replays, slightly different when you exit a replay, on the bottom right corner there used to be a box. Now you just click the arrow in the top left corner and it will exit to your garage. And lastly of the buff list is this STB. I love this tank. It's a really, really good tank, and it's only the rate of fire and everything stays the same. It's pretty much the aim time 3.1, and that's gone to 2.8, and you've got the dispersion 0.326 to 0.308. So just a slight buff there. Nice aim time buff actually for that. And that's pretty much it for all the buffs. That is pretty much it for all the buffs. No nerfs really. On this map they've added some Easter eggs. You can see here in front the goal, and there's a couple of balls hanging around. Also changes is the aim, the auto aim on mobile device. So if you are locked onto a target, it will stay locked on. So now if you lock onto a target and an enemy drives past, it will automatically lock on to the enemy driving past. That will not happen no more. If you're locked onto a target, it will stay locked onto that target regardless of who drives past. So that is a very nice add because I use auto aim. And lastly but not least is this IS2 with the introduction of the Chinese IS2. They have changed the name to the premium from the IS2 to the IS2 in brackets 1945. And that is it, guys. Update 4.11. Enjoy, and I'll see you all soon.